Yes.
Yeah, we are able
So
to see.
yeah, so this is the interface for Power Automate, where you could see the different email, like different flow templates, which are like pre developed by Microsoft, and you can just click onto that, and you can build your workflow as per your requirement. And then you have this training session on Power Automate by Microsoft Learn. Similarly, you have this action items under approval. There is an action start and wait for approval, and if you have set something to that activity, you can see those approval items. Then if you have any business flows, you can see the active and inactive business flows, as well as history of this approval activity. So here, like I have some approval activity which I have carried through some times ago while doing some test development. So basically we will be not leveraging approval more over here. So next would be the my flows. So here basically I will be having the flows which is developed by me on the cloud, and here these are the deactivated flow which I do not use very often. So if I have to use this, then I will just switch it on, and then I just run that request, and this workflow will work. So here I have different workflows. This is a simple workflow which will send an email saying that okay, this request has been submitted by you, and this is a update data workflow. So I will show this how this works basically. So next would be like desktop flows. Like if you have created any desktop flows using the Power Automate desktop app, once you save it, it will also some flow based on your connectors. It will get synchronized to the cloud, and you can see those flows over here. Then you have the business flows. You can create a various business flow. Now business flow is basically used with a model driven app, not with the canvas app, because there we will be validating the data, because we are interfacing backend directly to the app. Then any flow that is shared with you, like if you are the co-owner of that flow, you can see under this particular tab if it is shared. So let me come back to Cloudflow. So let me go to my one of my SharePoint list. So here I have this list where I have data every day. I submit the data every day. And now, once I add a new record to this data, basically this workflow, data update data workflow, this will execute. So it was executed yesterday. This is a very simple flow. This will just create item on this list. I'll just give the URL, and I will give this list name, because here if I'm using the workflow within my solution package and I'm leveraging the variable, I would be adding the variable name over here, not the not this is like something like a hard coded list name and hard coded site URL. So automatically you have this picker, and picker will help you to the selection of your site if you have more sites. And then whatever site under that site, whatever list you have, you can select the respective list. Then I'm just using a update item action, where like I'm just getting again, I'm giving my site name, list name, and then I'm giving the ID of the current item ID, and then I'm just whatever textual content has to be overwritten, that I'm setting on the title field. So basically when this workflow runs, like let me come to the history screen, and let me add a new data. I just type something. Let me type dev, and let me save it. After a minute, this workflow will run, and it will automatically change this title. So let's wait for a minute. Also, let's wait for this flow to run. Now you can see this item has been renamed. And now if I come to my flow, here I can see the history of my flow that has been executed successfully. And here I can see the activity. So here it is. So here we have all the activity and all the components basically once it is successfully written. So this is how we can validate workflow history. So now I request Rakshit to share his screen. So I will be helping Rakshit to recreate this entire workflow, and also to send the email. Like I'm also leveraging this workflow to send an email out through his account and shared mailbox. So Rakshit, share your screen, please.
Yes, Deep.
Okay. Now, can you please go to your SharePoint list?
Okay. I have this one.
Okay, you have all this already a list. This is a simple list. Also, to this view, right? Just add ID column and make the order in the sort order in descending, so that you can make out
Okay.
which is the latest item.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like I have one more list. I'll show that ones.
No, 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 Rakshit. This would be fine. This would be fine.
Okay, fine.
Basically, this would be fine. Yeah, just select the ID,
Yes.
apply, and no, no, that this would be a temporary sort, Rakshit. Make a permanent
Okay.
sort. uh, edit this edit this view.
Ah, yes. Okay, got it.
Sort. No, select, no, 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 Akshay, Rakshit, no. Select that second
Oh,
option. The first.
sorry.
No, cancel this and open the view. Cancel. Click on to cancel and open that view once again. Scroll down. In the sort, it is already in the ID. It is in ascending. Just change it to descending.
This one. Yeah.
Yeah. Now click on to save. Now, okay. Now it will be in a descending order. Now go to your Power Automate screen and click on to my flows. Yeah. Now when you click on the new flow, Rakshit, please be on a hold. So here, we have different templates. The first option, templates, we have a different template already created by Microsoft. Then you have Visio template. If you are using Microsoft Visio, you can build a Power Automate flow by just setting up a workflow diagram. Then you have automated cloud flow, instant cloud flow. Automated cloud flow will trigger based on a certain criteria that you have mentioned in your workflow. Instant cloud flow, right? Once you configure it, it will generate a cloud flow button. On click of that button, that flow will get execute. Then there will be like a scheduled flow, which will be working on the scheduled basis, whatever scheduled you have set up, like a daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly frequency. Most of the apps, whatever we develop in Power Apps and Power Automate, once the task is assigned to manager or a higher approver, if they have not taken any action, client will be specifically saying that please send weekly reminder or a monthly reminder for that particular task. So we leverage this capability to send an email out to those users. Then we have desktop flow, then we have business flow, which I've already mentioned earlier. So for this example, we will be using automated cloud flow, and for all the examples we will be basically using this as an option, automated cloud flow. Click onto it, Rakshit. Now give one workflow name. Just give it as update workflow, Rakshit. Workflow, yes. And now the trigger would be SharePoint when item is created. Click on to create. Now, yeah. Now, Rakshit, just yeah, like SharePoint will list all the sites that's available within your tenant, basically, or which you have visited recently. You can either see it, or if you cannot see that, you have, last option you have the enter custom value. Rakshit, yes, click onto that, Rakshit, and Rakshit, just copy your site URL. You have to copy the site URL. and you have to paste it. And once that is done, now here it will query all your SharePoint list. Select your list. Yes, select your list, Rakit. Now click on to new step. Now select an action, Rakshit, for updating SharePoint list item. Just type SharePoint. Type SharePoint, Rakshit. So it will list out all the actions that is available for SharePoint over here. So here you have an option, item, update item. Update item, yes. So now, Rakshit, once again you select your list. So this time you would be able to see your list, whatever you have selected. Yeah. From the drop down, and then your list name, then ID. Here you can see the dynamic lookup. Click onto the ID then. And if this pop-up doesn't come up, Rakshit, 1 minute. If this pop-up doesn't come up, just keep your control. You can click onto title, Rakshit. Just click onto title. Just type item. Type item. No, first type item, Rakshit. Item space hyphen space. Now, yeah, click onto ID, or else you can see, yeah, click onto ID, Rakshit. Yeah. Now, right, if you don't see this pop-up, dynamic content pop-up, there is a blue hyperlink below dynamic content. Rakshit, you can place your cursor somewhere, empty space in the flow window. Yeah, once you come to your control level, you can see that link, add dynamic content below. You can click on that and this pop-up will open up. You can do that as well. So now our workflow is ready. So Rakshit, save this workflow. Okay, now flow is saved. Now click on to flow checker, Rakshit. So you can see the errors or warnings that's available in this flow. If there is an error, then your workflow is not saved properly. There is some mistake in the logic or the code, whatever you have written. You have to correct that. Yes. Now close this, Rakshit. Now you can test this flow by clicking on to test. Just click on to test, Rakshit. Click on to manually because this is your first time. Yeah. Before you click on wait. Before you click on to test, go to your SharePoint list. Click on to new. Type something in the title, but don't click on to save. Don't click on to save. Come back to your flow window. Now click on to test. Go back to the new item. Click on to save. Now go back to your Power Automate screen, Rakshit. So workflow will start running, and because this was a test flow, it ran up successfully. And now go back to your list, Rakshit. Just do a Control R or F5. So now you can see that item has been changed. So Rakshit, now do one more submission and then wait. Let's wait for minutes time.
I'll save it.
Yes, saved. Now go back to your run history, Rakshit tab. Click on to back arrow of the yes. This is the back arrow you have to always use, not the browser back. Okay, now click on yeah. You can see all runs. Just go back to your list, Rakshit. Click on to all runs, Rakshit, in the Power Automate. Come back to your flow. Just do F5. Okay, no, let's wait for a minute. It's 6:17. Let's try refresh at 6:18.
Okay. Yeah, it's updated.
Okay. Now if you go to a flow window, Rakshit, yes, just refresh this. So now you can see that latest instance of workflow execution over here. If there is any error, then the status would mark as error, and when you click on that link, start time, workflow will open up, and you can make out where your workflow exactly failed. Yes. So because both the actions are successful, Rakshit, over here. Yes.
Yes.
Just come back now. Rakshit, go to your all apps screen, the first tab, and open your Outlook. Now I will be showing you how to send a email from Power Automate. Yes, Rakshit. So click on to Outlook. Now come back to your Power Power Automate. Now edit this flow. Now click on to new step, Rakshit. Type send a email. You have send the email action v2. Now always when you are sending Outlook email, make sure that you use send the email v2. Click onto that. So whenever you are using this connection for first time, this activity will take place. Then yeah, then Rakshit, yeah, no, don't hard code this request, don't hard code this request. In the dynamic content, click on to created by field. Created by email, yes, exactly. Remove that hard coded value. You can hard code it, or this would get a dynamic content over here. Now subject line, Rakshit, just select title of that updated item in the dynamic window. Yeah, hyphen item is updated. Just write just do a hard coding. Yes, item is updated. So similarly, you put it in the email body as well. So in the email body, you can also write email body using the HTML text as well. But because if you have a simple content, you don't need to use this textual content. You can just type it in normal content. Just type, select that title, and now item is updated. Just give a message. Yeah, same message. Yes, sir. So now save this. Come back out of your workflow, Rakshit. Now make another submission, Rakshit. Okay, now go back to your flow. Now open all runs, and let's go to your Outlook email, Rakshit, the second tab. Let's wait for the mail. Yeah, so now here it's the mail. Now if you go back to the list, Rakshit, the item has been updated.
Yes.
Yeah. So come back to your email, Rakshit, because right now we sent this Rakshit Baliga from the created by column of the list. Go back to your list, Rakshit. Add that created by column into this view. Select that created by, yes. And also you select 1 minute, Rakshit, 1 minute. Also you add created date when the item was created. Created, Rakshit. Created. Then select modified by, modified. Just rearrange them. 1 minute, Rakshit. After created, just yeah, then created, then modified by, and then modified. No, modified by should be before. Yeah. Click on to apply. So here you can see that it was you can see when it was created and when it was modified. So you can make sure these differences and the ID as well. So now like when Rakshit, please go to your Outlook. So you can see the from address. We have taken the reference of two address from that created by column, but the from address, the workflow is published using Rakshit's Office 365 account. So it thinks that Rakshit's account is thinks that Rakshit's account is a service account for this workflow. And sometimes basically client gives you access to your environment. Let me repeat it once again. Sometimes they will say you develop it in your own environment and you move the final solution into our environment. So at that point of time we will be using a solution package. But some clients, they will say, okay, you develop in our environment because later we use the same environment as a production environment. This is because of the licensing cost that is incurred by the teams once even they have request for the SharePoint site. So various company will have various protocols, so they will give you the access, so you will be directly building it up. Now the user account would be initially, because you are the developer, it would be like your name at the rate of that company's domain.com, so it will automatically fetch your name over there. So they will say no, from address should be something different. To leverage this capability in Office 365, we have like shared mailbox. So Rakshit, go to all apps and open admin app, Rakshit. Yes. Now, if you see on your right hand side, there is a section teams and groups. Just expand that. Okay. Now, Rakshit, yeah. Now here you cannot see any shared mailbox. Click on to add shared mailbox. Just name it as SharePoint notification, Rakshit, or a SharePoint notification, or SharePoint alert, whatever you feel that looks good for your tenant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep the cursor onto the email. Okay, that's fine. Now yeah. Now it is checking the availability in your tenant. So what message did you get in your screen, Rakshit? So is it available?
No. Yeah, it's available.
Okay, click on to save changes. So it will take some time. Now 1 minute. Add members to your SharePoint shared mailbox. Click onto that. So now because workflow is in your name, you have to add yourself as a member. Click on to add members. Select yourself from this list. Okay, it's saved, right?
Yes, saved.
No, there should be one back option. Can you see that? Yeah, click on to close on the top right.
Close.
Okay, now click on to your SharePoint notification, Rakshit. Now we have to change some permissions. Click onto that. Now just scroll down. So you can see that read, manage permission, send permission as. Okay, just scroll down.
Yeah, this is the end.
Okay. 1 minute. Okay, now Rakshit, just go back to your flow. Just copy this email address. Okay, copy this email address, paste it in your notepad. Okay, now Rakshit, if you 1 minute, click on to SharePoint notification. Just come down. At the bottom, you can see there is an option, exchange setting, edit. Click onto that. So yeah, yes. So now we have to make verify all the settings in this case. Now you guys are exchange administrators, so who can create a shared mailbox? If at all you have you are in the capacity of a Power Platform developer or a SharePoint SharePoint admin, you cannot create exchange shared mailbox. You have to request it from the client's global admin or the exchange admin. They can take care of it, and there you have to say that we have to be configured in these many settings. These are the prior and important settings in the flow. It will take some time to load, Rakshit.
Okay.
Okay. Now, yeah, that is fine, Rakshit. Just click on to mailbox delegation. So you can see your name in the group, and you can see your email address in the display name, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that means your delegation configuration is successful. So you can close this window.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Close this. Now come back to your email action. Edit your flow. So yes. So yeah, click on to send email, and there is an option. Click on to advanced option, Rakshit. So here you have an option called from send as. Just paste your shared email box name over here. Yeah, select that. Now save this, Rakshit. So yes, now Rakshit, just make another submission in your list. No, before 1 minute, don't save it. Come back to your flow and give a test option. Test and go back to your list and save it. Come back to your flow. Okay, because
You're not.
yeah, because this is an error. I knew about this. This will take some time to get fixed. It will take 24 hours time or hours, 24 hours or some within 24 hours it will set up. So it will take, because this is a first action. It will take that time to send the email for first time. Parallelly, Rakshit, once again you edit this flow.
Yes.
Yeah, there is one more. No, just add a new action, Rakshit.
Yeah. Which action, Devi?
uh, just type shared mailbox.
Okay. Send an email from shared mailbox.
Yes, we too. Yes. That's the one. And give the name of the mailbox.
See.
So yes, save it, Rakshit. Save it.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Save
same.
it and just make a test submission in your environment.
Okay.
No, we have to make it as a test. So yeah, click on to test. Just type something. Test is enough. Save it. Okay, edit this flow once again, Rakshit, and just drag that below action above. Yeah, just remove that notification from there. Or else, yeah, you can do anyway. Yeah, let's check it out. It will take 24 hours of time to set up the shared mailbox.
Okay. Yes, now I'm getting from SharePoint notification.
Notification. Okay. So I think there is some issue with that V2 in your tenant, Rakshit, because V2 will take some more time. So
Okay.
also let me just do one more thing. Let me share my screen,
Okay.
because that is basically on sending on behalf. So this is another flow that I have tied with this Power App user form. So here, basically what I've done, I've used this shared email box version 2. So this is a better option rather than using a 2 in the send an email action. But when you are building the workflow in the solution package, not to use this send email from shared mailbox, but to use ordinary send email action. So those are the two different actions. So Rakshit, you can edit back your workflow and you can remove that from option over there. Just do that and let me show this demo over here.
Okay.
Now data is submitted, so you know this flow will execute, and I will be getting an email. So Rakhi, just remove that and publish your workflow, and let's make one more submission after this.
Okay, Devi. Yeah, it's done actually.
Okay, so here is the mail. So now you can see this email from action is from my SharePoint notification uh, group, what I've created in my shared mailbox. So I can also see that shared mailbox in my admin tenant. So when I come under Teams and Groups shared mailbox, you can see shared mailbox notification. Also, once you set up your shared mailbox, when you come to your Outlook app, you know here you have this group section. When you expand this, you know Not over here. Microsoft has changed that option. So basically, earlier you could see in your Outlook interface once your shared mailbox has been configured. So Rakshit, you can just share your screen now. You can just
Okay.
show the changes on what you made in the workflow.
Remove this from.
Okay, and just go to your email action over there, shared email box. So just item updated. After item updated, Rakshit, in the email body, you can just mark, add a text saying that sent email from shared mailbox. Yeah, you can save it, and you can click on to test. So you can see the two emails have shot up. One is from the send email v2, and another one is from the send email from shared mailbox. So this is how you set up two different actions to map to hide your from address, so that you can give an impression to users saying that you have automated this flow using Power Automate rather than sending through your own account. So this is how you send an email in Power Automate on the from the, onto SharePoint from once a list item is created in the SharePoint list. Any questions? So if there are no any questions, then we can wind up today's session. So basically, tomorrow I will be like integrating all my forms into one of the Power Automate flow in my solution package, what I've shown in the previous demo. And also like the last activities, like because we have already completed most of the action in setting environment variable, I will be showing you how you will be like exporting the package to the client's environment. So once we are done, so I will be merging those sessions tomorrow. So once we are done with those both sessions, like the whatever session we have kept it for the 11th, you can utilize your 10th 11th for completing the assignment whatever it was pending from the last week, and whatever assignment you have to complete this week, you can complete it. And the 14th would be like our last uh, review discussion, where I would be going through all of your assignment, and that has to be closed on 14th. So any queries on the assignment part?
Nothing.
Okay. Okay then. So let's close today's session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Vic.
Thank you, Devi.
Thank you all.